When my friend firstly tossed the term family office, I was like, yeah, I have one too. This is the office used by the family. No! The family office is a system the wealthy families set up to grow and maintain their wealth. So in this video, let's talk about family office. So what exactly is a family office? In simple terms, it's a private company that manages nearly every aspect of a wealthy family's financial life. We're talking about investments, taxes, estate planning, philanthropy, and more. It's like a personal umpire's command center. One of the earliest examples of this idea came from John Rockefeller. By the end of the 19th century, he controlled nearly 90% of the global oil market and had a fortune that was around 1.5% of the entire US economy, equivalent to $255 billion today. In 1882, Rockefeller established an office of professionals to organize his complex business operations and manage his family's growing investment needs. This was the blueprint for the modern family office, although it was never referred to as a family office at that time. Fast forward to today, there are an estimated 8,030 single-family offices in the world today. According to KPMG, roughly 2,000 family offices are operating in Australia, a 1.5 time increase over the past 10 years. Australia's 350 most prominent family offices are estimated to manage between 515 billion and 695 billion of wealth outside their operating business. Hurley & Partners, a global firm that helps wealthy people find the best country of residence, states that Sydney is the home to 198 people who have over 100 million in investable assets and 30 billionaires. There are a few different models when it comes to family offices: a single family office, a full-time dedicated team for one family, multi-family office, a company that manages the wealth of multiple families, a business family office leveraging professionals from the family business to also manage personal affairs, or the virtual family office coordinating various external professionals without having an in-house team. The bread and butter of a family office is managing investments, whether it's stocks, real estate, or private equity. These offices are responsible for growing the family's wealth. Some families, despite their vast wealth, need experts who know how to steer the ship. Take Stuart Cook, for example. He's the former CEO of Zambrera, an Australian food chain. Even after all his business success, he admitted that running his family office was a challenge. He realized that the risk-taking instincts that he had as an entrepreneur didn't translate well to managing long-term investments. And Bill Gates' family office, Cascade Investment, manages billions in assets. Cascade holds massive stakes in companies like Four Seasons Hotels, Canadian National Railway, and even owns 269,000 acres of US farmland. It's a whole ecosystem working behind the scenes to keep the Gates fortune growing and private. Managing billions of dollars means dealing with equally massive tax bills, unless, of course, you have a strategy. Family offices hire experts to minimize tax exposure and structure the wealth in the most efficient ways possible. This often includes setting up trusts, foundations, and even offshore accounts, legally, of course, to protect assets. Elon Musk's family office, Accession, a single family office, helps manage his complex web of companies, real estate holdings, and legal affairs under the management of Virtual, a former senior vice president of private banking at Morgan Stanley, who is also the CEO of Neuralink. Wealthy families also use their offices to manage charitable giving. Rather than just writing checks, these offices create foundations that focus on long-term impact. Bill Gates' Cascade Investments, for example, supports the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, making sure that their philanthropy is structured, impactful, and aligned with their values. Jeff Bezos runs Bezos Expeditions, his family office, which helps fund various philanthropic ventures, including the Innovation Center at the Seattle Museum of History and Industry. Beyond the financials, family offices often serve as a kind of mediator for wealthy families. They help organize family meetings, align members on shared values and goals, and ensure that the younger generation is prepared to manage the wealth when the time comes. Think of it like a family therapist mixed with a CFO. Sergey Brin, co-founder of Google, runs Bayshore Global Management, which handles everything from family security to asset management. with 47 staff members ranging from former bankers, charity experts, former Navy SEAL, a yacht captain, a fitness instructor, a photographer, property manager, taking care of Brain and his family, and preserving the family legacy. So how much does it take to have one of these family offices? Experts say you need at least 500 million in investable assets to justify the cost. That's because running a family office is expensive. You need financial advisors, tax strategists, legal experts, and sometimes even a psychologist to help with family dynamics. A global cost benchmark is around 1% of the total assets under management. However, thanks to technology and new platforms, families with much smaller fortunes, sometimes even as low as 20 million, are starting to set up their own versions of family offices. You might be thinking, this all sounds cool, but I don't have 100 million. Why should I care? You don't need 100 million to start thinking about estate planning, tax-efficient investments, or setting up financial structures to protect your assets for future generations. Family offices give us a peek into how the ultra-rich stay rich, and we can learn from it and apply it at a smaller scale, even you are not rocking a billion-dollar portfolio. Would you ever want to run your own family office or maybe join a multi-family office? Let me know in the comments. My name is Irene. I'll see you next week. Bye.